Hello and welcome back to another Omniheroes video. In this video we're going to have a look at Nightmare 100, which turns out to be Elisha, Glacial Overlord. So let's have a look at what her minions do first. So loses 1 HP when receiving the corrode effect. I wonder what unit they want you to use. Yeah, crazy. Deals 100% damage to one random target with 80% chance to strike one more time. Deals 200% damage to all enemies one time. Each use of the skill increases attack by 1 million and defense by 1 million. This effect can stack starting from round 8. Each use of this skill increases the attack by 2 million and attack and 2 million defense respectively. This effect can stack as well. So the longer the fight goes on, the tougher it will be to kill this boss. So you need to kill her very quickly, it looks like. You need to hit her 99 times. Flipping heck. The damage taken from a single attack will not exceed 1% of max HP. So multiple actions, multiple attacks, that's what you're going to go for. Triggers 10 stacks of Holy Shield, cannot be stolen at the start of battle. So you need to get through those 10 stacks of Holy Shield and you need to hit her 99 times, which is very tough. I think our Mystifiers team here will do the job. I think they'll be absolutely fine with the team that we've got set up at the moment. And yeah, a lot of people using Tsukiyomi, Mulan, Gaia, and then Cleo and Dahlia at the front as well. Eudora in there as well. Looks like you do only need Gaia, Mulan, and Dullahan in order to beat this. You will need Cleo and Dahlia and Atrops as well, it looks like, at relatively higher star levels. But yeah, this looks absolutely fine. And then you can use these relics. Yeah, I think this one is the best way to go. So this team right here, if you don't have the new unit, Tsukiyomi, I think this team would be absolutely fine for you to use. Again, we've seen it before. You only need them at 1 star in order to function correctly. So yeah, I would suspect that this is probably your best bet. This team right here. But again, we're not going to do that. We're going to use Tsukiyomi. We're going to use a full Mystifiers team in this one. So we will go with Catherine and we will go with Emily as well. The reason that I like going with Emily is because of this specifically. So if we jump into runes, we have a look at runes. Increase the corrode damage of all allies by 65%. It's not bad. And at the start of battle, Emily applies a 5 stack of corrode to all enemies. So it looks like here Emily does, so in her advanced skill, she does increase the limit of corrode stacks as well. So you can get up to that full 50 corrode stacks right at the start of battle. Just because she applies the 5 stacks of corrode, Gaia will double the number of corrode stacks applied as well. So we're going to pop Gaia in this front slot because she's the one who's going to take the most action. Tsukiyomi can go in this front slot as well. We'll pop down Mulan and Catherine as our damage dealers, and then Emily as well. We're going to go ahead, change up our relics so that we've got our Mystifiers relics in there as well. Let's pop in these and let's jump in. After we've sorted this out, let's go to artifacts. Yep, so we've got Mystifiers damage, we've got the Undying Shield, the Healing Spear. We do have the Sinful Band as well. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to take out you, because I don't think we'll need you. We'll pop you in, and then we will also increase, we'll keep speed increase in there as well, just for the additional ultimate attacks. So, before we jump in, let me just pause it for a sec. All right, and we're back. So let's jump in with this team again. I've shown you the team that I think will potentially get you through, even at very, very low stars. That is the team that you want to kind of focus on. Is this one right here? Oh, that's my presets. What am I doing? Going to clear records. Is that team right there? Having Dahlia, you have Atrops, you have Dullahan, Gaia, and Mulan as well. So those are the units that you want to focus on. But again, we're going to see how Tsukiyomi handles this particular boss. We will apply plenty of corrode stacks on these bosses and on these units right here. So as you can see, we have applied those corrode stacks. And it's every time, it's not per corrode stack that these guys will lose health. It is when they have corrode applied to them, which means that even though we applied 5 stacks of corrode and then up to 10 stacks of corrode to these enemies here, again, it's because it only counts that as one instance. So you need units which are gonna apply multiple stacks of corrode. Hopefully, Mulan will. So Mulan applies those corrode stacks as well, and these guys will be losing health based on that as well. So we are up to. Oh, we're not. So that was Catherine's first attack. Very, very strong. Again, we almost got those holy shields down, and this boss won't take more than 1 instance of corrode damage. However, we do have. And yeah, that's my problem with Tsukiyomi, is that she doesn't apply corrode herself, which is a bit of a pain, really. But fortunately, we've got the Grace of Shadows in here, so we get our energy up to 200, and then every time we dodge an attack, we will apply those corrode stacks, and we will hopefully get plenty of ultimates in here. What we're looking to do is build up as much as possible. As you can see, we're up to 88 stacks of corrode already, and this boss has now had all of that burn applied as well. So that's another form of DPS, or damage over time, is that burn mechanic. So we want to hit this back row as often as we possibly can. Again, Tsukiyomi will not do that for us. Tsukiyomi is effectively going to be useless in this fight. The reason that I brought her along, the reason that I think she's very useful, is because we can steal the enemy's attack. Every time we apply corrode, we steal 1,000,000 attack and 1,000,000 defense. As I've only got to 8 stars, there's a cap on that of 20, so we can get up to that 20 million additional defense. That paired with Gaia's damage reduction, as you can see, Gaia is currently invincible. Have we seen it here? Yep, there we go. Invincibility for 99 rounds. I believe as long as those corrode stacks are on, that's when we'll get that invincibility for her. So here we're going to heal up, and then yeah, they're not doing altogether too much damage to us. Fortunately, Mulan will fight back here, and we will keep going. So we get this miss again. Unfortunately, we're not really applying too many stacks of corrode to these guys because we can't. We need to let all of the other corrode stacks wear off first. I think that's how it works anyways, because we should have killed these guys long ago. Like Gaia there should have been applying these corrode stacks. We apply the burn mechanic as well to these guys, but the corrode stack is not reducing their health down. As you can see, we've not reduced their health down yet, even though we're applying corrode to them. We're not reducing their health down, and again, it's because they hit the max corrode stack limit, which means that we physically cannot apply any further stacks of corrode. Now we're up to round 4 here, and we've got them down to half health, so I think that what we'll need to do is, I think Dullahan is the key to this event. I'm not going to skip it, because I do need to see whether or not this team is good enough. If not, then I will be taking out probably Catherine, to be fair. Yeah, these guys just not losing any health because they're not actually getting any stacks of corrode on them. It's weird to think that we do apply the stack of corrode, but because the stack limit is already there, it doesn't register for the enemy, which is a bit of a shame, really. We are up to 100 stacks now, so we now have that 60% damage reduction. We also have, I believe it's a 1500% increase in damage, but again, I'll need to double check those figures. So yeah, it looks like we're not able to apply those corrode stacks. I mean, we're doing a lot of damage to this boss because our damage is going up and up and up, and it's not going to stop going up because we do have our 3 strikers on the team, so we're going to build up a lot more as well. We're also applying all of this burn, and we're doing reasonable amounts of damage with our ultimate attacks. You know, nothing special, nothing with like the same results as Cleo would provide, or as Atrops would provide. But we're still getting good damage in there. I mean, 10,000 million, it's okay. It does the business, or it does the job anyway. We get the triple from Gaia. There we go. That's quite nice to see. Again, we're looking at 10 stacks of corrode here. Oh, 30 stacks of corrode. My apologies. Yeah, so they're all at the 30 stacks of corrode limit. The reason that we've got 30 stacks available is because of this Sinful Band. Increases duration of debuffs applied. Again, it's taking so long to take these guys down. It's primarily because we can't apply this much. We just can't apply this much corrode. If there was no corrode stack limit, this would be much easier. We'd have killed this boss already. I'm very sure of that. But again, I think what we'll need to do, realistically, is burn this boss out, which is why Mulan is included on the team. So she is healing back up as well, which looks to be a pain, actually. Looks like she heals quite a bit. But we do get the attack through here, which is not bad. It's not bad. As you can see, we're now doing 9,000 million as opposed to the 6,000 million we were doing last round. Again, I think what we will need to... we just can't do more than 1% damage to her at any given time. So, again, and she's healing as well. No two ways about it. Corrode is the way forward on this one, but I think what we'll need is Dahlia and at least Atrops at the front in order to beat this stage. Yeah, I think Dullahan applying that Corrode as well. So we are applying this Corrode now. Unfortunately, again, Tsukiyomi does not apply Corrode. Real pain, but it is what it is. Yeah, and we just can't apply Corrode to these guys, unfortunately. The reason that we're not dying as well is because we have the Undying Shield, fortunately. It's very good. I think we just need to take this front row down. Once we've taken this front row down, once both of these guys go down, it's going to be much easier for us as well to jump in. Bear with me. Sorry about that. So we jump back in. Again, we've just witnessed the front guy go down. But again, it's going to take us so long. I think as soon as these guys do go down, we should be good to go. Effectively, we'll have to see, though. We'll have to see. Yeah, we are getting these guys down slowly. But again, we're just not applying the... We physically cannot apply these corrode stacks, so they physically cannot lose health. It is what it is. Front guy we need to get this front guy down. We really do. So Tsukiyomi can start attacking this back row as well. There's another stack of corrode, but again, no life loss on these guys, on these enemies. I guess we'll just have to wait another round or two. It's where the Sinful Band can come in quite. It's such a pain because they will last for 5 times longer as well. So normally you will have corrode stacks for 2 to 3 rounds on opponents, but as it stands at the moment, they go for 100% of the duration, I think. But again, we'll just have to see. I think the more... Yeah, so we get big misses there. I think Gaia, hopefully... will do a little bit for us here. Tsukiyomi to attack, do absolutely nothing. Again, that's the problem with these frontline units. So attacks frontline only. That is my issue with them, is they just do not hit this boss whatsoever. So potentially, we'll have to include Cleo, and we'll have to include Dahlia as well. Or if not Cleo, then Atrops. Most definitely, we will need to include Atrops. Yeah, we can double all we want on these guys. It's just not going to matter. We just need to apply as much corrode as possible. Fortunately, Emily is doing that, kind of. But yeah, I suspect that Dullahan will be key in this matchup because he's going to apply a lot of corrode and also increase the attack stack. The corrode stack as well. So we get a miss here, and we are applying burn and corrode whenever we do. So that's burn, and that's a lot of corrode damage just taken there. But she's not below half health yet, so it's just as soon as this front unit dies, he is the guardian of this of this particular boss mission. So again, we do apply the burn, but we just don't apply apply the corrode to this front row. It's just such a pain, you know. Right, so hopefully we're going to see a lot of ultimates. We're going to see a lot of ultimates here. Yeah, we don't do a lot of damage to this boss. That 1% is so frustrating. I bet this guy's got 2 HP left as well. I think we just need to blast him. Yeah, no corrode has been applied, unfortunately. Yeah, we're not getting this corrode application. We're hitting this boss and we've done half health, which I'm very impressed with, especially given the units that we're using at the moment. That we've done half health at least, and it's partially thanks to the grace of shadows here. So we are hitting back quite frequently, but we just can't apply. We just don't seem to be able to apply corrode after this 30 stack limit. Yeah. What a pain. What a pain. Yeah, that healing back up is effectively healing half the damage that we do. And burn, there we go. There we go. So these guys go down now. I don't think we've won this one. We might do if we do crazy amounts of damage in this next in the next sort of 3 rounds, but there's a big miss there, a lot of misses. So yeah, guy now doing 10,000 million. We got 8,000 from Mulan, and we also have Catherine doing 5,000, and then 6,000 from Emily here, and we get a full rotation, I think, because we've got the double misses. Yeah, this isn't a win, unfortunately. Oh, what a pain. I don't want to skip it, though, because I've skipped it before and it's come up victory. So, yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. No, this is an L. I take that L. I told you we were going to be really close. Going to be really close. So what we're going to do, we're going to take out Emily, and we will take out Catherine. We'll pop, in fact, we'll keep you on, but we will pop in Dullahan. We'll try that team that we saw originally. So we have Dahlia on the front alongside Atrops. So Dahlia can switch with Atrops. These do seem to be absolutely fine. I got no worries about those. And then the relics, again, absolutely fine. Think what we'll need to do is... Tell you what, bear with me. Right, so I've had a good think. And this is the team setup that I've gone with. The reason that I've gone with this is primarily because of Lancelot. So Lancelot, every time he attacks, every time he does a basic attack, he applies a stack of corrode to the enemies as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to use that in combination with this. So this is the horn. After triggering dodge, retaliates with a basic attack against the attacker during battle. We've got increased speed and increased dodge. We've also got max HP and max attack. Undying Shield, of course, and Sinful Band. So the only other way that I can see this working is if we add in the Mystifiers and then we go additional speed here, I guess, or additional attack. You don't really need the additional dodge if you've built correctly. So if you have built in a way that allows you to activate this, so Grace of Shadows, every 20 energy, increase the dodge of all allies by 15%. So we'll go with this and we'll just see how well it does. Hopefully we're going to get a better result than we did last time. Let me just turn this down a sec. There we go. Maybe you've just been able to hear the game volume over everything I've just been saying. It is what it is. But effectively, we want Lancelot to dodge as many attacks as possible. So as you can see, we've applied those stacks of Corrode at the very start of battle. And now we're applying even more stacks of Corrode and we're doing more damage to them. Hopefully, this will allow us to apply as much Corrode as possible. The other factor in this is having Atrops and Dahlia at the front. What happens here is Dahlia applies the 1500% attack buff to Atrops. Atrops will also then, so those dodges coming in very handy here. Again, Lancelot applying those Corrode and the burn as well every time he does a basic attack. But again, the whole point of this is to get as many Corrode stacks on the enemy as possible. And I think that retaliating with a dodge is probably the best way forward. We also get our Holy Shield here, and that is primarily to protect the front two. Having that Holy Shield there is kind of key, to be honest. And there we go. So we get the attack from Atrops, or we get the ultimate from Atrops, and that is from the dodge as well. So every time we dodge, we do get our 200. We've got 200 energy, so we'll perform an ultimate because of our Grace of Hunters as well. Not Grace of Hunters, Grace of Shadows. Grace of Hunters is also active, but we won't be there as much as we'd like, to be honest. And we do get the attack from Atrops, the attack increase. That switches with Dahlia. Dahlia will then hopefully do a decent chunk of damage. Again, that's not what we're relying on. We are relying on this Corrode to take these enemies down as quickly as possible. Again, I think we've hit that Corrode stack limit though. Currently up to 25 stacks of Corrode. So no, not as high as we've seen before. We saw the 30 Corrode stacks. Again, replacing Lancelot and replacing Mulan. Potentially replacing Dahlia and potentially replacing Atrops as well. That could seal the deal. But what we're looking for here really is to do as much damage as we possibly can to Elisha, and with Atrops in here, along with another striker in the form of Mulan, I think is going to be very, very strong. We are also again, it seems to be working. It does seem to be working. We are applying these Corrode stacks very, very quickly to these guys. So we're further along than we were previously, I think. But again, we'll just have to see. It's because we can only do that 1% to this boss. It's a real pain. A real pain. We get the refute there as well. Hopefully we apply... No, we don't apply any more stacks of Corrode. But we do get the dodge. And we start to apply these Corrode stacks as well to these guys. Yeah, we're just at max limit. Again, Corrode stacks is... It's just the worst. Corrode stack limit, at least, is the worst. I mean, if that's the one thing that has held Mystifiers back this entire time that I've been playing this game, is the fact that there is a Corrode stack limit. If that was higher, or it's higher than its default of 5, I think potentially that's probably the best bet for you. But again, we'll see. Yeah, it's just healing too much, unfortunately. We're at round 5 and we've not done very much damage to her at all. Dahlia here to do, it's only 16,000 million. It is what it is. I think we need to do a bit more than that, if I'm honest. Hopefully, we will see that. But again, Atrop's just going off here. And we get the switch here. How much is this doing? Yeah, only 16,000 million. It is what it is. Yeah, and it's just burn we're applying now. Yeah, we're doing a lot each round now. We're doing a lot each round. I think we've got this. I think we've got this. I think this is the run. Yeah, there we go. So we start reapplying corrode now. It looks like once every 3 rounds that we'll be able to apply the maximum amount of corrode to these guys. We're only able to do sort of 1 health per round though. It's a real pain. And if Dali was hitting this back row, I think we would be onto a winner. But again, she doesn't. So it is what it is. Mulan and Lancelot both doing 16,000 million. We'll take that. Then we get the dodge there. Yeah, when Atrops performs her ultimate, we do significantly more damage, I think. I wonder if this is limited to 1 HP per round. It doesn't say so. It doesn't say so. And when I was looking in the instructions, it didn't look like we were doing 1 HP a round, but there was a cap on them losing 1 HP a round. We are still applying this corrode though. Yeah, we're still up to 25 stacks for him, but oh man. Yeah. There we go. There's 1 down. And we get the switch. This is going to do nothing because it was a miss, of course. There we go. I think that's what we need. The reason that we did so much damage there, by the way, is because we have, I think, an 8% chance to do damage equal to the corrode. So effectively, we get the corrode triggers early. Which is why we did so much damage in this particular round here, is because we did get that trigger. Yeah. There we go. I think we've got this. I do think we've got this. There we go. So we get both of those 2 down. It's just this front guy. Which is blocking us effectively. So we did 32,000 million there, 16,000, yeah. So it looks like that's pretty much the max that we can do, despite how much we increase our attack. That's 16,015 million is the max amount of damage that we can do to this boss. So, and we are doing that with just basic attacks though. So we do have to hit her effectively 99 times in order to secure victory. So I think that is us good to go. I think after this round, we should be okay. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So that's it. That's your team. That's your setup. That is the build that you can use to beat it, and you don't need very high stars in order to do it. I think you need Lancelot at 7 stars in order to win effectively, but yeah, it is what it is at that stage. So Let me know how you get on. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day.